Hi there, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton forged pendant called the Orion. This is the Orion medium. It's a 1364-30. Beautiful fixture. Let's get into details. So, the body of the fixture is going to be from the bottom of the fixture to where the telescoping rods start. And we'll talk about rods in just a second. This is 21.9 inches, call it 22 inches tall. Oops, stay there. 22. It's actually only 5.4 inches wide, so it's kind of on that flat side, if you can get the idea. So 23 by 5.4. When you add on the adjustable ranges, you're going to have a lot of different lengths to look at. And on our site, there's a pull-down menu that says choose your length. Pull that down for me. This has these telescoping rods that Hubbardton Forge has a patent on. If you're familiar with this, this smaller rod telescopes into a bigger rod. Where they come together is called a clutch, and there's a little set screw right here. It's going to come with a little tiny wrench, just like this guy. And when you get it to where you want it to be, you remember it goes up and down, you're going to tighten this, and it's going to lock it into place. When we add this to the body of the fixture, as far as the heights go, we're talking overall height. So overall height is bottom of fixture to ceiling itself now. So the short is going to be 36.2 to 42.4. The standard is 40.9 to 49. Long is 49 to 56.4. Remember, we're talking bottom of fixture to ceiling right now. If you need this to be shorter than the short, so my short starts off at 36, which is actually, to me, pretty long. With an 8-foot ceiling going over a regular dining table, it's going to be pretty low. However, you can see through this, don't forget, and it's very light and airy, so it isn't like it's a big blocking thing. But if you want this to be shorter than 36 inches, we do customs, or longer than long. We do customs every day. So how we do that is you shoot me an email. So say I'm looking at the Orion medium, 1364-30, and I want this to be, you tell me. Remember that it's the body of the fixture is going to be about 21.9, so we can't go dramatically shorter. But if you said, 22, even say like 24, 25, 26, 21, someplace, well, we know the 21. I could probably, that would take it right up to the canopy. But someplace in there, like, midway through, just tell me what you're looking for. I take that number you gave me, I send that over to the forge. They're going to run it through customs and engineering. It's going to come back to me, and then I send it over to you. Like I said, we do customs every day. It adds a little more time, a little more money, non-returnable, but very easy to do. So let's get into a couple other details on this. So over on the right-hand side of your screen, scroll down a little bit, and there's a link, and it's going to say click here for installations instructions PDF. So click on that for me. That is going to show you some beautiful technical drawings of this whole setup, how this whole thing works. Those are the same installations instructions which will be in the box for this when you get it, but it's a great idea for you to see them now because it shows you how it all goes together. It's going to show you how this goes together. It's going to show you how this 5-inch round canopy goes over your 4-inch junction box without a problem. It's slope ceiling adaptable to 45 degrees. So there's a knuckle built right here at the very top, allowing this to bend just like that, just like your finger is going to bend like a knuckle. And here's your slope ceiling. This is 45, and it'll bring it right back down to flat if need be. So we cover you that way. Now, why don't we get into lamping on this? So you can see in the picture, the Hubbardton Forge is using what's called a G15 bulb in this. This is a torpedo type B, and pretty much anything in between you can use in this. It's going to be using what's called a type B socket, and this is the smaller porcelain sockets we grew up with a smaller screw-in bulb. It's going to go easily in there. Very user-friendly as far as incandescents and LEDs go. This is actually an LED, so obviously this is going to work. If you are looking for this shape and this G15 as an LED, this is an incandescent one. And if you're doing incandescence, it's going to cap you at 60 watts per socket. Just remember that. But if you want to go LEDs, I think the technical number for an LED version of this is a G15.5, just because it's slightly bigger because the driver for the LED is in the bottom. So anyway, it's a dimmable fixture. You can use whatever you like as far as the LEDs and incandescents go, up to that 60 watts. These LEDs, and if this were an LED, these don't use a lot of electricity. I suspect this is probably using only like 4 or 5 or 6 watts of electricity to get me probably a 40 to a 60 watt equivalent. These are available, believe it or not, in the marketplace up to 100 watts equivalent, and you can use those without any problem, because remember, it's not drawing a lot of electricity or getting really hot because it's an LED. And you can choose your color temperature too. Don't forget that too. So why don't we get into finishes. Over on our website again, over on the left-hand side of your screen, red tabs is a finishes help guide. Give that a click for me. There's going to be a video at the top of that page. It's me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton forged finishes, how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be referencing a chart down below. So scroll down. You'll see a chart down there. The chart is going to have all these different finishes on it. I'm going to be talking about that in great detail. So make sure you have that chart available when you're watching the video. You can bounce back and forth on the page without a problem. And when you're done watching the video, go back to that chart. You can click on any of those little tabs: dark smoke, burnished steel, natural iron, vintage platinum. A bigger window is going to pop up and show you more samples of whatever you guys just clicked on. So it's a great way to do that. So I think that kind of covers the really important stuff. Lamping is really important in this. Finishes, obviously. Telescoping rods, canopy, how that all stuff works. Our showroom in Vermont has over 350 Hubbardton forged fixtures spread across 2 floors. We have a what's on display page. It's over on the left-hand side of your screen in the red tabs. Check it out. We add to that all the time, so we're constantly bringing new product in. We also have a clearance center here in our showroom. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's an awesome deal. Have to come here to use it, and the stuff is returns, discontinued things, and showroom samples. If you're going to visit us, measure your ceiling with measuring tape. For real, don't try to guess. So I'm going to ask you that question the minute you come in, so it's really important. Showroom's open every day except Sunday from 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. You can email us at sales@HandmadeInVermont.com, and we spell out that word Vermont. You can call 802-446-2400 during business hours, and I will talk to you and answer tons of your questions. When you buy your Hubbardton forged fixtures from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. There is no tax if you ship out of the state of Vermont. We're the only dealer with 90-day returns and no restocking fees. No other dealer does that. Some larger items, including big things on pallets and return items, are non-returnable. I'm sorry, not returned. Custom items. So custom items are non-returnable. We'll always talk about that way ahead of time, so there's no surprises. And we offer a rush program. Hubbardton Forge doesn't stock anything. That's how you're going to get all the finishes to choose from, the adjustable ranges, all of that stuff. We can cut their regular lead time, which is 3 to 4 weeks, way out in the future there. 3 to 4 weeks isn't actually that long, but to some people it is. We can cut that time in half, and it's really inexpensive. So just drop me a quick email, and I can tell you all about it, okay? So any questions you guys have, let me know. There's some more of these Orions to check out. I think there's multiple versions on pendants, so check those out too. And thanks for stopping in today. Take care. Bye-bye.